Here's your news for May 20th, 2020. And your headlines for today include Vince McMahon and Stephanie McMahon comment on Shad Gaspard, major updates on Shad Gaspard disappearance, WWE's current plan for return of live fans, 3 WWE superstars likely to be out for months, Vince McMahon possibly bringing back XFL, and more. We're starting today's news with some truly terrible news, as former WWE superstar Shad Gaspard has been confirmed to have died. After a body was discovered early Wednesday morning, it wasn't confirmed at the time it was the Crime Time star, but now CBS LA's Tina Patel has reported that lifeguards confirmed the body as that of Shad. The coroner and a woman resembling Gaspard's wife Ciliana were seen leaving the location, and we can't begin to imagine just how awful she, her son, and the Gaspard family are feeling. On behalf of everyone here at Slat Rock, we would like to express our deepest condolences to Shad's family, friends, and fans as we mourn a hero who used his final moments saving his son. Even before Shad's death was confirmed, several stars from wrestling spoke highly of the former superstar, including current Monday Night Raw personality MVP. After posting a statement from Shad's family that they will not be speaking publicly on his disappearance, the WWE manager took to Instagram to share his own views on the former Crime Time star. Sharing a video of the pair watching Kofi Kingston become the first African-born WWE champion at WrestleMania 35, MVP spoke highly of Shad, saying, "Shad Gaspard had a huge heart. He was like an annoying little brother at times. We often gave each other a hard time, but always with love. He always had a big smile on his face and was ready to share a laugh. And I've had a lot of friends and colleagues die. This one hurts different." The former US champion also said he was angry at first for Shad sharing the video of the pair watching Kofi's historic win until he saw how much it meant to people, and also spoke about plans that Gaspard had before his disappearance, and also commented on the heroic sacrifice Shad made as he urged rescuers to save his son first. When MVP wrote this message, it hadn't been confirmed that Shad had died, as he was still missing at the time, and we can't imagine what the former United States champion must be feeling at this time. MVP isn't the only one to comment about Shad publicly, as Vince McMahon has commented publicly on the situation. On Twitter, the chairman said the thoughts of everyone from WWE are with Gaspard's family at this difficult time, and this comes shortly after the former Crime Time star wasn't mentioned on Raw due to the uncertainty of the situation and the fact that the show was taped. WWE itself has commented on the unfortunate situation, as they asked fans to keep Shad's family in their thoughts at this difficult time. Stephanie McMahon also sent out a tweet of support saying that the prayers of both herself and her husband Triple H are with Gaspard's family, especially with his wife and son. One man who knew Shad extremely well is JTG, who has revealed the final correspondence between the two via text message. On Twitter, JTG posted the emotional text message from Shad, which was sent in January this year, that reads, "If ever I die tomorrow, just know I love you as a brother and a friend forever, even past this life." JT wrote back with a "love you too, brother." Back to WWE now, and while the company has a strict set of rules on what can and can't be said on TV, one of these policies have recently changed. Up until recently, the word wrestling was banned from WWE shows, though the company has seemingly gotten rid of this rule, with Dave Meltzer speculating on Wrestling Observer Radio that Paul Heyman is likely to be behind this change. Recently, Charlie Caruso argued that the Edge vs. Randy Orton match at Backlash could be the greatest wrestling match ever, something that she'd never say if it wasn't part of the script, after the two former world champions agreed to a no-stipulation singles match for Backlash during this week's Raw. With that being said, WWE is still referring to its talent as superstars instead of wrestlers, but at least Vince McMahon is allowing them to talk about wrestling itself, at least for the time being. Though the word wrestling may be back in WWE's vocabulary, there's still plenty of words that are still banned, and this week we found out about another term that isn't allowed. During a recent episode of Ring the Bell, recently released NXT superstar Tainara Conti revealed that she was informed not to use the word crazy, as though the company will have a lot of words to get around this term, it could be seen as offensive to the mentally ill. She said, "One day I had a match on TV. Someone from WWE told me, 'Hey Tay, we cannot say crazy on TV anymore.' I was like, 'Oh no, that's kind of my thing now.' They were like, 'Yeah, sorry, don't say it.' While crazy might not be a hugely offensive word, some words are offensive when translated into other languages, and crazy is the latest addition to the growing list of banned terms. Though wrestling is allowed again, pro wrestler isn't, and words like belt, strap, title shot or match, and the phrases "the title is on the line" and "title changing hands" are also banned as they undermine the championships defended. Terms like "our industry," "the business," and "sports entertainment" are also banned, as are words like house show and hospital, which are instead called a live event and medical facility, respectively. Other words banned by WWE include performance and performer, faction, talent, war, feud, fans, and interesting. With the recent bad press the company has had, including their wave of releases last month, and the controversial decision to keep producing content at this time, it's easy to see why the company wanted to play it safe and why crazy is added to the list of banned terms. Of course, fans haven't been able to hear any words, banned or not, at a live WWE event in quite some time, as the company has been running crowdless shows, and although it would be best for business to have live crowds back, it's just not safe yet. According to a report from WrestleVotes, the company's plan remains to return to live audiences when they're allowed, though this will depend on each state. WrestleVotes has added that fans shouldn't hold their breath for anything to change prior to July, though given that Florida's goal is to have 25% capacity, this is a good sign that the Performance Center could see fans again soon. It's no secret that some parts of the US are opening quicker than others, and while Florida, Arizona, and Oklahoma seem the most eager to host live sporting events again, other states are sure to follow as soon as it's safe. Speaking of states, we've got another place that is looking to get on board with hosting wrestling again, as California has shown great interest in having empty arena shows starting in June. During a Monday press conference, California Governor Gavin Newsom revealed his plans for sports to return to the state, as he said, "Pro sports in that first week or so of June without spectators and modifications and very prescriptive conditions can also begin to move forward, if we hold these trend lines in the next number of weeks." Following this, SoCal Uncensored reported that New Japan has plans to use their California dojo in the summer, and this is certainly a possibility even without a crowd if the Sunshine State opens pro sports back up once again. Back to the ring now, and we're looking ahead to Backlash as the company has confirmed another huge championship match for the pay-per-view. On June 14th, WWE Champion Drew McIntyre will defend the gold against Bobby Lashley, marking the Destroyer's first WWE title match since 2007, and his first since aligning himself with MVP. In addition to this match, which was confirmed on Tuesday, Edge vs. Randy Orton has also been confirmed for the show. And while the company hasn't confirmed where the show will take place, it's likely to be at WWE's Performance Center without a live crowd. Though Backlash is just a few weeks away, certain stars won't be appearing, as some Canadian competitors haven't been able to make the journey to the United States in the current situation. A travel ban for non-essential workers is in place between the US and Canada, and this has been extended for another month. In addition to this, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau added that it could be months before non-essential travel is allowed, and described this difficult decision as the right thing to do. While Robert Roode and the Singh brothers are just some of the stars affected by this, Brock Lesnar, who resides in the Great White North, was able to pull some strings so that he could make it to WrestleMania, and time will tell whether the Beast will appear again during this travel ban. We are heading back to the XFL now, as while Vince McMahon's 2020 relaunch didn't go as planned thanks partly to the global situation stopping games and fans attending, it seems the boss isn't ready to quit just yet. According to a source for The Atlantic, McMahon is reportedly trying to buy his own XFL out of Delaware bankruptcy court, and that certainly is believed to be the case by some XFL creditors. In addition to this, Jeffrey Pollock, the XFL's president, has been calling venues in St. Louis and Seattle about reinstating lease agreements, as it seems he doesn't see the company as finished just yet, given that the company is still largely owned by Vince McMahon through his Alpha Entertainment entity, with a fifth of the XFL owned by WWE. Though Pollock and McMahon have high hopes, it should be noted that the XFL filed for bankruptcy on April 13th, 3 days after shutting down the league and releasing all employees, as they said they didn't have the financial insulation to protect them from what's happened around the world. The Atlantic's source is reportedly a former team official who passed on the tip about St. Louis and Seattle, and it's believed that McMahon could have pulled off a, quote, cutthroat finance ploy during this global situation. This is certainly an interesting situation given that the XFL has gone out of business not once but twice now, and it looks like the boss is hoping it'll be third time's the charm. Back to the ring, and we've got an update from NXT UK, as it looks like the brand may soon be returning to normalcy. According to Sportskeeda's Gary Cassidy, there is currently a plan in place for the overseas brand to resume programming as soon as it's safe to do so, even if there won't be a crowd present. He added that there are a lot of superstars who are chomping at the bit to return to the ring, though the NXT UK superstars are being kept busy due to their online acting seminars, as well as online match analysis sessions hosted by the likes of William Regal, Robbie Brookside, and Johnny Moss. Of course, the safety of the NXT UK roster and staff remains the utmost importance at this time, but it's certainly good to see that the show has plans in place to produce content again while following health and safety guidelines.